apparently, I was wrong. Yes. So yesterday I posted a video about Hyuki and her drip marketing, and I said that she is probably going to be the only anniversary character in the 3.3 patch, and well, I was proven wrong, because instead of getting more details about Hyuki and her weapon and her attribute, and yes, I still think that she's going to be a rectifier. Trust me, okay? Trust me, I actually have a reasoning behind it. Do not laugh. Check out my previous video for that. But anyway, instead of that, we got something completely unexpected, at least for me, because we got a second anniversary character, Denia. Both Hyuki and Denia were first introduced in the 3.2 trailer, which, let's be honest, kind of overshadowed Sigrika and her release. And now we finally have confirmation that both them are coming in version 3.3 banners. And not only that, but we obviously got 2 posts featuring Denia's splash art. And we gotta admit on one thing, like both splash arts look incredible. Although I still prefer Hyuki's a little bit more. There is, you know, there's something about this cold, almost intimate atmosphere. But Denia's splash art goes in a completely different direction. It feels more playful, more dynamic, and I really enjoy the contrast. So let's take a look at everything we got from her drip marketing post, and of course, break down her splash art and come up with some theories, because why not? So firstly, we got this. Do not watch. Do not listen. Do not commit to memory. Some things are best to left unknown. Denia, a Department of Void Matter student at Startorch Academy, has a gentle smile for one and all, and is liable to make criticisms. I have no idea what that means. Though a professional slacker, she is a keen observer. The sight of smiling faces around her always warms her heart. And the second one says, Denia waves the ornate device in her hand, and bubbles burst out. The bubbles can protect ones against void matter to some extent. They look fragile and ready to pop at the slightest touch, but are capable of trapping enemies inside and sending them into a land of illusions. And now we have her splash art. So the first thing that immediately stands out when I look at the splash art is Denia herself, right in the center. And I have to be honest, from the very beginning, her design felt very cluttered to me. There's just so much going on. We have paper dolls, a black cat plushie, that is actually very interesting, chains, raffles, star motifs, bows, magical girl elements, flowers, and now of course her big ass staff. I don't know, it is a lot to take it at once, and on top of that, her color palette is way much richer than what we saw in other characters from La Hyrule, because she has baby blues, deep blues, pinks, blacks, whites, and those red gloves. And you know, somehow, despite how busy design is, it works, because I have seen a lot of people being completely amazed by her, and I have to agree, she looks pretty somehow. Even if she feels overwhelming at first glance, there is something about the way all those elements come together. Now, when it comes to her personality, I have to admit I am very conflicted. And that is actually something I very much like in Wuthering Waves. I mean, the characters are written in a way that makes you constantly rethink your opinions as the story unfolds. First character like that was definitely Farlova, and now Denia as well. But as of right now, I'm not a fan of her behavior, especially towards Sigrika. I know that this is a very popular trope, the mean but secretly caring type, but personally, I very much do not enjoy that. I have had enough of that kind of dynamic in a real life towards me, so it simply does not really appeal to me. But here is actually where the things start getting interesting, because the reason many of us thought that Denia was quote-unquote mean is simply because she is part of the Fractsidus, right? We saw that at the end of the 3.2 story quest, when she directly talked about the enemy that attacked Sigrika and Rover. I don't know, at least I was convinced that she's part of the Fractsidus. But then you look at this splash art, especially at the left side, and you can clearly see Startorch Academy insignia, and in her official post it literally says that she's part of the Department of the Void Matters and a student there. So I'm like, okay, what is actually going on here? Because we basically have like 2 Denias in the image. The one is in the front, the one that we know, and the one is in the background. And she's a little bit different, like distorted. Even their hands look different. So either she is being controlled, the Denia that we know, like actually maybe puppeteered by something, or that second version is like her hidden side, maybe something more, I don't know, from Abyss. Maybe this second Denia is connected to the Fractsidus. And honestly, those red gloves that she has, it might not be for a cool red accent in her design. It could be something that is sealing her powers. The other option is way more redeeming. Maybe she is working with Fractsidus on purpose, because maybe she knows more than we do about Sigrica, about the Exostrider, about Heliotic 6, and she decided that this working with the Fractsidus is the only way to save her. Like, I don't know, we don't know yet. Now, looking at her weapon, I mean, that stuff is very clearly magical girl coded, and it's gonna be definitely her weapon. But also, it looks like it makes bubbles. And we know that Denia uses bubbles. And yeah, bubbles could meet water, so she could be Glacio, but I really believe that at the end of the day, Hyuki is Glacio. I was thinking that maybe she is Arrow, but I really do not think that she's Arrow. I mean, we literally just had Sigrica. Spectre could make sense because, you know, light and bubbles are working a little bit like a prism with different colors. I don't know, I just think that could work. But I think that she is actually fusion, and I actually have a reason for that, okay? I have reason for that. So, there is that unused echo set, a chromatic foam. Foam already connects to bubbles. But more importantly, the icon of that set looks very similar to few elements of Denia's design, like for example the hairpin that she has, and also the mark on her second form, or the second Denia, in the background, which might be actually her tacet mark. That would be crazy because it looks like she has a black hole in her tacet mark. So if you connect all of that, the name, the visuals, and the fact that Aemeath still does not really have a proper subDPS, just saying, that works perfectly with her. It really feels like Denia could be the character for this set, like a fusion subDPS for Aemeath. That is my theory, but I think it really makes sense. And also, the set has been unused for quite a long time. So it would also make sense that we finally get a character who would utilize the set. Her whole design is very black hole, void coded, especially this second Denia. I'm sorry, I'm gonna call her second Denia, I don't know how to call her. There are a lot of black hole-like visuals, and we know Aleph1 is basically inspired by a black hole. So either she messes too much with the Void Mother and things that are directly tied to the Aleph1 and gain powers from it, or her connection to Fractsidus tied to Aleph1. And that could mean something big story-wise, because if Hyuki is important for saving Aemeath, and I talked about it in my previous video, that I think that she's gonna be the key to saving Aemeath, Denia might be important for dealing with Aleph1. Not sure how exactly, but I think that is possible. Now, visually, she's clearly magical girl coded, mixed with Alice in Wonderland. We saw that already in 3.2, and here the bubbles, the stage, everything feels like very, very dreamlike, you know? I feel like she's going to do something with a space, like creating a field, maybe some kind of alternate space bubbles with her bubbles, like alternate sonorospheres in the bubbles. Maybe that's gonna add debuffs to the enemies, you know, more like a subDPS or hybrid support. I don't know. Also, she reminds me a little bit of Anchor. I'm going back to the fact that she might be a fusion character as well. You know, the stage, the castle in the back, the whole theatrical setup, and Anchor was fusion too. So yeah, that adds to my theory about her being fusion. Sorry, I backtracked. Now, the most interesting part is still the second Denia. She feels completely different in her demeanor, not her appearance, because yes, she has some differences to the Denia we know, but she mostly gives a very eerie vibes, if I can say it like that. But the biggest thing about the other Denia, the second Denia, is the fact that she is glitching. You see that on her splasher? She looks like she is glitching. And the only one character we have seen glitch like that is Aemeath. So yeah, I definitely think that she is connected to the whole storyline somehow, with either saving Aemeath or defeating Aleph1. Maybe Fractsidus wants to make her a digital ghost like Aemeath is, to be able to go inside Aleph1. That would be sick. I don't know. Overall, this plushard has a lot going on. The more you look at it, the more stuff you notice, the more stuff you start thinking about, and the more connections you are trying to make, so I'm gonna stop here. 3.3 is going to be crazy. I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know down in the comments what do you think, if I missed something or if I am completely wrong, and also let me know if you like this kind of more chill, a bit more of talking type of video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. And as always, stay cozy, stay shiny, and I love you so much, Starlights. Bye!